First and foremost, I'm gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Yahweh is the name of who this world ignorantly calls God. Yahushai is the name of who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Bahashim means in the name, Rakah means spirit, and Kwadash means holy. That's all in the Paleo Hebrew. I also want to give double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 12, and it says, Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay, and that's what I'm gonna go into today, is that Esau Edom, right, the devil, right, which the word devil just goes to adversary. Esau Edom is gonna come down with great wrath, right? And today it might look like he was doing that, right? Going into this right here, right? Rainbow Bridge vehicle explosion closes U.S. Canada border. New York vehicle explosion at Rainbow Bridge border crossing, 2 dead, right? And at first they were saying, oh, this is a terrorist attack, right? But now they're coming out and saying there's no evidence crash, explosion was terrorist attack, right? No sign of terrorist attack. But we know that ultimately this is just Esau Edom controlling the narrative, right? Who knows? Let's say that it wasn't Esau Edom, right? It wasn't the elite that planned this, and it was just by coincidence. Okay. Regardless, we're still gonna have these types of things come to pass, right? We know that they're gonna come with something bigger than 9/11, and that hey, they've been talking about it. Okay, let's actually search it up. Be ready for terrorist attacks. They've been putting it all over the news how we have to be ready for T attacks. Okay, we have to be prepared. Let me see if I can find a news article that goes into it. Let's see. No, I'm not trying to look at the one that just happened right now. I remember I made a video on it going over it the other day, going into how this border, yeah, that's what it was, the border, possible Hamas border, U.S. border. That's what it was. Let's see. Right. It says Hamas militants may potentially try crossing southern border. U.S. officials warn. Right. And if we go down here, let's see if we can get what I'm trying to go into. Nah, they didn't go into it, but pretty much they're going into how we have to be careful. Right. Are terrorists trying to enter the U.S. through the southern border? Right. And they're pushing this on the mainstream news. And when they're doing that, is because they're planning a narrative, right? And the narrative is this right here, T attacks, right? They talked about it, okay? And if they're talking about, they're saying, hey, we need to prepare, it's because it's going to come, right? They're going to implement it. Their whole game plan is order out of chaos, right? Order out of chaos. They bring in the chaos, okay? So then the people beg for order, right? They beg for any type of solution, right? But let's just read a couple of this article and see what happened. Right, it says, let's see where we start. Let's get another article. Fox News. Um, why is this? Man, there's so many ads on these websites and stuff. It's just ridiculous, man. Look at this, just completely covering the whole screen. Let's see. The FBI is investigating a vehicle explosion that occurred Wednesday at the Rainbow Bridge border crossing between the U.S. and Canada. The vehicle was heading from the U.S. to Canada and was going in the direction of a border officer building, sources told Fox News. All bridges were closed in the area and all government buildings were evacuated, according to sources. Sources tell Fox News Alexis McAdams that the incident was being treated as a possible attack. Fox News was told by sources that the explosion was so big and fierce, the authorities first thought it was a T attack. Right, but then they go on to say, she added that there's no sign that it was a T attack, adding that a local individual was involved and both people inside the car died. Right, so At first they said it was a T attack. Now they say it's not a T attack, right? But regardless, we know that Esau Edom is gonna come down with great wrath, right? He's trying to push his agenda as fast as he can because he sees that the prophecies are playing out. He sees that all nations are turning against him, right? He's getting exposed. Okay, and the scripture for that, we're going into how all these things are premeditated. This is Psalms chapter 64. This goes into the wicked, right? The secret counsel of the wicked. We'll start at Psalms chapter 64 and verse 5. It says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Right, going into how all these attacks, right, all their plans are very sought out. Right, they're very meticulous, right, to the T. Okay, and I wanted to get this picture right here, right, which goes into that. Okay, this was the Economist cover illustration in 2012, and pretty much these devils put it in front of you what they were going to do, right? They have everything planned out years ago, right? They control both sides, right? You can actually look into that. There's evidence out there going into how Hamas, right, was funded by Israel Mossad. Okay, look into it. But everything is controlled by the elites at the top, and they're all pushing towards the image of the beast, which is that New World Order, right? What they have on the back of the dollar, right? Novus Ordo Seclorum, which goes into New World Age in the Latin. Okay, they put it right in front of your face. But if you open this image, okay, if you open this image, this was in 2012, remember, and see what we have right here. Hamas fighting with Netanyahu, right? Fighting wrath, okay? And they're illustrating them coming in paragliders. Okay, now let's see how Hamas came in to fight with Israel. Right? How did they come in? Paragliders. Huh, what a coincidence, right? These devils, their inward thought is deep, as it says, man. They accomplish a diligent search, right? They've looked into how to perfectly plan out their world order, okay, and they're slowly doing it by the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? Everything is happening according to Bible prophecy, right? And if you look into this picture, okay, you see how they have climate change out here controlled. You see Putin in the water, right, with that Iranian guy. We have what's his name? Kim Jong Un with his rockets. Okay, we have Wall Street over here, pretty much is through, right, collapsed. The devil pouring oil into what's his name? Sam, president. I don't even know what that's called. Sam Obama riding with the pride, the euro, right, the pound, and just pretty much down, right. This foretells a lot of what we're seeing right now. Okay, going into how this world is going to collapse, right, and ultimately all that is Bible prophecy, and these devils are controlling it, just like how we seen right here, right. This is just the beginning, right. Wait till they come in with the big bang, man. Wait till they come in with that attack that is bigger than 9/11, right? Because it's going to happen. They need to bring in that chaos. Let's get this in Psalm chapter 83. Right, goes into all the enemies of Israel. It says, we'll start at verse 2. It says, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Right? For they have consulted together with one consent, they are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gebel and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre, right? And pretty much goes down the list, right? Going into how all nations, right? They're trying to cut off the nation of Israel. Okay, the main reason this devil is pushing the chip, right? The mark of the beast is to get the nation of Israel, right, farther from the Creator, right? To destroy the nation of Israel via that mark. Okay, just completely make us forget who we are even further. Because once you get that mark, right, he's pretty much shutting off your connection, right, to your power source, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? But ultimately it's all planned. Right? Especially with this picture right here. You cannot make this up, man. Remember, this was in 2012. Okay, in 2012. And here it is. We're seeing it play out in front of us. Nothing new. But let's get a couple more scriptures. We'll get Psalm chapter 36 and going into the wicked again. Let's start at verse 3. It says, "The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. He deviseth mischief upon his bed. He setteth himself in a way that is not good. He abhorreth not evil." Right? Going into how they're meditating terror. Right? They're thinking upon how can we further push our agenda? How can we further destroy Jake? Right? How can we further destroy this world? Right? This is what they're constantly thinking about. They're not thinking about making money. Right? They have all the money. They have all the resources of the earth. Now what they want to do is be like Yahweh Shai. Right? They want to be like God. Okay, let's actually get a scripture on that. That's in exalteth himself. I think that's Second Thessalonians 2 and 4. Because that's ultimately what they're doing by trying to come with the chip, New World Order. They're trying to be like Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Right? They don't need these carnal they don't need new colognes, new clothes, right? They have everything. What they want is full control over the people of the earth. Right? And ultimately destroying the nation of Israel. They're trying to retrieve that birthright, okay, that they so-called lost to Jacob. Right? You got to remember that the fight between Esau, Edom, right, and Jacob is something that has been brewing since conception, right? Since they were in the womb of, I think it's Rachel. Let's make sure if I got that right. Isaac, I think it's Rebecca actually. Salakia. Right? Since they were in the womb of Rebecca, they've been fighting. Okay? That's why we have that animosity of so-called black people, right? The Israelites, with the so-called white people, which are the Edomites. Okay, they've been fighting since the beginning. But this is Second Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4 says, verse 3 says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Right? This is going into the Edomites. It says, "Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God." Right? That's what he's trying to do, right? By the way of the image of the beast. He's trying to be like Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the thing is that he's going to complete, right, some of these miracles. Right? It goes into in Revelation chapter 13 that he's going to be able to deceive the masses, right, via the technology of the beast. Okay, via the mark. Right? He's going to be able to heal paraplegic people, make them walk again. He's going to be able to make the blind see. Right? These are miracles that at one point only Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai could do. Right? But Esau Edom, through his technocracy, okay, he's gonna do things that people are gonna fall for, they're gonna fall for the bait. Okay, and they're gonna take that chip. But before that happens, right, we need to see things like this happen. Right? And I'm not condoning this. Right? I'm going on the side of Bible prophecy. Right? This is all prophetic. We're gonna see more T attacks. I'm saying it, man. We're gonna see something that is gonna top 9/11. Okay, and that's gonna bring in mass lockdowns. It's gonna bring in chaos, right? Because everything is set, right? They released the Fed now during the summer, right? The big banks have been like on a 6 months pilot program that already got done. Okay, November 19th, they switched over to the ISO, I think it's 20022, right? Going into the digital platform of switching currencies, right? 24/7 instantaneous. So now all they have to do, right? Everything is in place to bring in that digital currency, the CBDC. So all they have to do is bring in an event to usher in a solution. Okay, because if Esau Edom was just to come out publicly and say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna move to CBDCs," right? People they would catch on to they would catch on to what he's trying to do. They'd realize that this is not beneficial and this is a slavery system, right? They wouldn't accept it. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna bring in that chaos, right? He's gonna bring in a situation so dire that people are gonna be begging on their knees for a solution, right? For things to get back to so-called normal. Okay, that's the way this devil operates. Okay, and this is nothing but the signs of what he's doing, right? We're gonna see more attacks, and we ain't got nothing to worry about, right? Those in the know, those that know that this is all Bible prophecy and know where the world is headed, we ain't got nothing to worry about, right? If anything, this should boost your faith because you know that the prophecies are speaking in full effect. Okay, they're going faster now than ever before. But hopefully, this is edifying. With that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the elder bishops and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to you, Shalom.